Hi everyone. So this is my last video in my insulin resistance series, and today we're going to be talking about herbs and spices that improve insulin sensitivity. So if you have watched my other videos, if you want some more information, here you go. Just continue watching. I'm Dr. Kimberley Sommerville, your general practitioner and clinical nutritionist, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So when we speak about herbs, spices, supplements, we need to be sure that the research tells us that it's one, safe to use, and two, actually effective. So that's definitely what I try to do for you all when I'm giving you information. These next spices have been researched, and I'll explain how they have been as we go forward. Our first spice is cinnamon. We all know it. We like to put it in our porridge, we like to put it in our tea and our baked goods. But did you know that it actually helps in terms of improving how our body regulates sugar? So how it does that, it actually helps in terms of allows our body's organs to use insulin a little better, which is essentially improving insulin sensitivity. The studies are pretty wide with cinnamon because it has the least side effect profile, only has a lot of side effects if it is given in very high quantities. Usually with research, we start off with about a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon to see how much actually helps. Most studies have shown that a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon twice a day, taken at least for 3 months, has helped improve not only the fasting blood sugar, but also the insulin resistance of patients who are mainly obese. They have actually studied it on persons who have a more of an average body weight as well, and have also found that the blood sugars have been improved with cinnamon. The only thing is that you don't want to go over 1 teaspoon per day, so 2/4 teaspoons per day is just fine. And if you find that you may have some side effects towards it, of course, speak to your medical practitioner before doing anything or if there is an issue. The next spice is turmeric. We have heard a little bit more about turmeric in the last 2 years with this pandemic, and it's because of its anti-inflammatory properties. But it also helps in terms of regulating our blood sugar as well. What we found is that it has been studied mostly in animals, and in animal studies, it's proven to actually work in the pancreas and improve how insulin is secreted there. However, when it's studied with humans, we found that in women who have PCOS and in persons who are obese, it actually does help the blood sugar in terms of its improvement, right? What is actually of note is that it improves the blood sugar, but it doesn't help insulin resistance unless you also add black pepper. And the reason for this is that black pepper has a certain ingredient, or a certain compound rather, called piperine, and piperine stimulates or activates the curcumin in turmeric, and curcumin is that compound that makes turmeric anti-inflammatory and also helps bring down the blood sugar as well. So if you're going to use your turmeric, the main dose is usually 1.5 grams or 1.5 teaspoons per day, and you also want to add a dash of black pepper as well to activate it and allow it to be more helpful to you when you're taking it. Just as a caution for persons who may have gallstones or have a history of kidney stones, to be cautious with turmeric because it can increase the spasming of these areas and may actually make the pain with these stones worse. Again, check your medical practitioner. I'm gonna say it after each spice. Okay, on to the next one. The next spice is ginger. So we know it usually here as, drink a little ginger tea if your stomach hurting you, because really ginger is very good for gut health, right? As we found out in recent years as well, ginger is also a great anti-inflammatory, breaking down that inflammation in your body, but it also helps our blood sugar, which is amazing. So the studies have been usually about 3 grams of ginger per day, and that has to be taken at least for 2 months to see some amount of improvement in our blood sugars, our insulin resistance as well. Now, it can be taken in the form of a powder, it can be taken as its natural form, and this would really just be grating it to know that you're getting 1.5 teaspoons, or just putting it in your boiling water to give you your ginger tea. Whatever works for you is usually helps. So along with your spices, along with your supplements, you can add ginger into that to help your insulin sensitivity. So the last but not least is green tea. Now, green tea, even though I would like to give a note that a lot of the times we say green tea, just check the box when you're actually using it, because sometimes it may be black tea mixed with other things, right? But just ensure that you're getting the actual pure green tea. Now, green tea as well, we also use it as an anti-inflammatory factor. It helps hormones as well, but we have found in some small studies with humans that green tea may help our insulin sensitivity, right? It also has shown in some studies that it decreases some of the bad cholesterol, increases our good cholesterol, while also improving our blood pressure. These are very small studies with under 100 participants, but it is food for thought for more research and for persons who are already drinking green tea, that it may help them in the process of their non-communicable diseases. The amount of green tea that they've used in these studies is usually 1.5 grams, which is around 3/4 of a teaspoon. Very difficult to know or to measure 3/4 of a teaspoon of green tea, to be honest, if it's coming in your tea bag, but of course you can have it in its pure form as well. I wanted to keep it short and sweet today. This is my last video. If you have any questions about insulin resistance, or you want to work with me personally to improve your insulin sensitivity, please let me know. I'll put my information here on the screen. Thank you so much. If you also have any suggestions for another series I could do, please leave it in the comment below. Give it a like if you thought it was beneficial, and subscribe if you want to see more of these types of videos. So this is Simple Sommer Naturals, giving you simple nutritional advice to improve your daily life. Take care.